NVIDIA's created something new, it's impressive, and look who gets it first.
How's it going?
Good, how's it going?
Is this your office?
This is the rocket factory, the SpaceX rocket factory in Starbase, Texas.
I just want everybody in the world to hear that you said I build bigger things than you do.
You do. The data centers are very enormous.
It all started in 2016. I announced the world's first AI supercomputer,
DGX.
The DGX-1.
The most advanced computer that anyone has ever built.
It was just crickets.
It's crickets.
Except for one person.
I was like,
and it was you.
That sounds like a great idea.
So I built another DGX.
Great.
And this thing is mighty. This is the new DGX Spark.
So that's the whole thing? Wow.
5 times the computational power of DGX-1. 40 watts, not 4,000.
40, wow.
DGX-1 to DGX Spark. It's so fun hanging out. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Starbase.
I can't wait to see my first rocket launch. It was just incredible.
The NVIDIA DGX Spark is a small, powerful desktop AI computer. It's the size of a shoebox and has 1 petaflop of AI power, letting you train AI models with up to 200 billion parameters right at your desk.
We built Spark to give more people their own personal supercomputers. So anyone can invent, explore, and build intelligence. I want to get the Spark into the hands of researchers, artists, and innovators who are shaping AI's future.
My name is will.i.am. I'm a musician, creator, producer, technocrat, futurist. Now I got the Spark. I can take this with me everywhere I go. This is what it's all about.
One of the biggest challenges with developers today is that they want to run the biggest models, but they're often constrained by hardware. The DGX Spark will allow them to run the state-of-the-art models that are available in the open source community without needing to go and procure huge data center GPUs.
ASU is the most innovative university in the land. There are dozens of AI labs at ASU. The first lab that's going to receive the DGX is a lab that works actually on visualization and imaging.
One of the reasons I work at NYU is I really want to make all of robotics, all of computing, all of open source very, very, very accessible.
That's a supercomputer on your desk. Every graduate student in AI should have one of those on their desk, frankly.
Zipline is building the first logistics system that serves all people equally. We run millions of simulations across numerous edge cases to test every single possible thing that can happen. Getting this level of computing capacity to people's desktop is super exciting.
So the idea is to put DGX Spark as the brain of the installation and load the AI model in it and let the robot paint new paintings every day.
What I like is this is small, so I can carry it around, and you can still inference and run all the big models on it.
If my computer is not powerful enough to run LLMs, on my laptop, I could have this box on my desk or maybe even, at home or something and run LLMs that would be otherwise way too big.
Vision models are pretty commonly run on the edge, which means in constrained compute environments. And so the Spark allows kind of simulating and running and creating and fine-tuning models that you might want to run on edge devices.
Every generation deserves a Spark, the tools to turn imagination into discovery. With DGX Spark, the power of AI belongs to everyone. What was once impossible now fits on a desk.
NVIDIA just democratized AI by putting supercomputer power into a box the size of a shoebox that anyone could afford to use at their desks. Jensen Huang reveals the DGX Spark has 5 times the computational power of the original DGX-1 in a tiny desktop form factor. Developers can now run state-of-the-art open source models without needing massive data center GPUs. will.i.am says he can take it everywhere, Students, researchers, and innovators are getting them to run models that would otherwise be way too big for laptops. This is a massive shift in who gets to build with cutting-edge AI. Until now, training large models required either millions of dollars in cloud computing costs or access to university supercomputers. That created a gatekeeping problem where only big tech companies and elite research labs could experiment with frontier AI. The Spark changes that calculation completely. A graduate student can now have legitimate AI supercomputing power sitting on their desk for a fraction of the cost. An artist can experiment with AI models without begging for cloud credits. A startup can prototype new applications without burning through their runway on GPU rental. The 200 billion parameter capability is significant because that puts you in the range of models that are actually useful for real applications, not just toy examples. You can fine-tune models, run experiments, iterate quickly, all locally without waiting for cloud jobs to finish or worrying about API costs adding up. Making AI accessible isn't just about fairness, it's about innovation. The breakthroughs don't all come from the people at Google and OpenAI. They come from weird experiments by random researchers, artists trying something unconventional, and developers in countries without access to massive compute infrastructure. The more people who can experiment with powerful AI, the faster we discover what's actually possible. NVIDIA could have kept this technology locked up in expensive enterprise systems. Instead, they're putting it on the desks at universities, in startup offices, and in artist studios. That's how you accelerate an entire field, give the tool to everyone, and see what they build. The applications people are building with Spark shows AI is moving from chatbots and image generators into physical systems that interact with the real world. Zipline is using it to run millions of simulations for drone delivery logistics, serving all people equally. Robotics researchers are using it as the brain of installations where robots paint new paintings every day. Edge computing developers are fine-tuning vision models that run on constrained devices. This is where AI gets genuinely transformative instead of just convenient. Chatbots and image generators are impressive, but they're still just software on screens. When AI starts controlling physical systems, drones, robots, manufacturing equipment, that's when it reshapes the actual world around us. The Zipline example is particularly important because they're focused on serving all people equally through logistics. That means using AI to solve problems like delivering medical supplies to remote areas that traditional logistics can't reach profitably. The robot painting example shows the creative applications. An AI system that can generate new paintings every day isn't replacing human artists, it's creating a new category of art that's constantly evolving and responding to its environment. Edge computing and vision models matter because not everything can run in the cloud. Autonomous vehicles need to make split-second decisions. Medical devices need to work without internet connectivity. Manufacturing robots need real-time processing. The ability to fine-tune and test these models locally on a Spark means developers can build systems that work in the real world, not just in ideal conditions, with perfect connectivity. The focus on open source is critical. When these tools are proprietary and locked behind APIs, you're limited to what the company decides to build. When they're open and accessible, you get innovation in directions nobody predicted. Someone will use Spark to solve a problem that NVIDIA never imagined, and that's exactly the point. Physical AI is the next frontier. Software AI has been impressive, but AI that can see, move, manipulate objects, and operate in unpredictable real-world conditions is exactly what changes how we live and work. Spark is putting that capability within reach of thousands, if not millions, of more developers and researchers who will push it in directions we can't yet predict. If you found this video of value, why not consider hitting subscribe? Cheers.